Okay, so this week we've been talking all about mail services and how to get those sign-up forms ready, even if you don't have a website. Well, Mailerlite is one of those that you do need to have a live website. So if you're in that stage where your website just isn't ready yet, you just want to publish one page, say that it's under construction, and you can even point them to your sign-up. Obviously, you can't do that before you get the approval from Mailerlite, but you'll want to say that this is a site, it's under construction, it's coming soon. And then Mailerlite will approve you. The other way of doing it, if you have no website and nothing is set up, if you want to spend the $18, get a free WordPress website and just get a domain, a custom domain, and it'll map it right to that free WordPress site. And that will get you past the Mailerlite check. Just to make sure that you're a real business, Mailerlite doesn't require double opt-in, so this is one way where they do their checks ahead of time rather than MailChimp that does them later by how your emails are going out and with that double opt-in. So all you want to do in Mailerlite, it's a little bit different and quite easier in Mailerlite than it is, let me see, than it is in MailChimp. Let's see if this works. So here we are, and oops, hang on, I haven't saved that. So here we are, and here you're going to see forms. So in Mailerlite, we had to go into the subscribers or the list, but here with Mailerlite, I'm sorry, with MailChimp, you need to go in the list. With Mailerlite, you just need to go into the forms. And what you do here is you can create a new landing page, and it's going to ask you for a thing. So I'm going to go free gift. You know, you can name it whatever you want. If you have multiple gifts, maybe you want to put, you know, email sign up, how to, let's just say I was doing a course on how to do these email signups. Maybe the free gift is how to do those. So I'm going to save that. It's going to ask me which list do I want it to go to. So I'm going to go to this list. You could check both of them if you wanted to. So anybody who signed up through that form would actually be put in both groups if that makes sense for some reason for you. But otherwise, what you're going to get is all of these landing pages. Isn't this great? So these are all templates, and I know that a lot of them got a lot of stuff in them, but you can make them really, really simple. So let's just select this one, let's say. You can make them really simple. You can add whatever you like, subtract whatever you like. It's all very, very simple. You're going to edit on the front side so you can see everything as you're doing it. Apparently it's going to take a minute today. Just give me a minute. There we go. And then anything that you want to edit, you just hover over. So I clicked on this big box here, so it's going to give me that image. It's going to give me the title, so you can just match these things up. So you can say, you know, free gift or whatever. And then here you can say, you know, sign up below to get this amazing gift. Not proper copy, of course, but I'm just trying to show you up how to do this. So if you wanted to center it, you can center it right here. That'll center it, if that makes sense. You can change, you can edit the image. Just, it looks very similar to MailChimp, if you've ever used that. And then there's your sign up, right? So you can click on this box and it'll, oops, hold on. Sometimes you have to click on the little edit thing. It's moving a little slow today. It might be my upload through the Zoom. But here you can see the content is here. You can add a title if that makes sense. But if you wanted to keep it plain, just like they had it, you can go to the fields. You can change, you know, whatever you want to change. Get your gift here. And you can add new fields as well. And you can just check this out. They have a bunch here that you can use. And then if you're like, oh, but this is too much stuff, all you have to do is delete this stuff. If you don't want to replace it with anything, you could replace it with something. You can just delete it and boom, it's gone. And now it's become a really simple landing page, and you can, you know, replace your image. All you gotta do is trash that one, and then it'll say, do you want to browse images? And I don't know, let's just say this one. You want to select this one, select, and it'll put it right in there. Now, before we go off of this page, I just do want to show you that each of the boxes can be designed. All of the design constraints are here. You can change them all. I'm not going to go through them all, but there's definitely a lot of customization you can do, and a lot of color changing and whatnot you can do. But I just wanted to give you the real steps of what has to happen, and you guys can work on the pretty all by yourselves. Right here then is the success page. So you have to make sure this is where they sign in, and then after they sign in, here's the page that they get. So again, you can change all of the colors, you can change anything that you like in the entire thing. If you want to add images or any of these things, they can all go here. Social share, you know, probably don't want to put a social share on your thank you page, but you might want to put it on your other page. So let's say here we wanted people to share this page. Sometimes you have to drop it up here. But as you can see, you can grab right onto this arrow and move it wherever you like. So I can put that here. And now I just want to go in and edit. And it's going to say Facebook. And then the design. So this is automatically just going to tweet it out or Facebook this page out. So that's really helpful. But on the success page, it's going to be the same thing. So thank you. Thank you for giving me your email address. And probably instead of continue, you know, if you were giving out a free gift or, you know, whatever, you can say, download your gift now. And then you would just put the link here to wherever that download is. Again, I would load it to my media on my website and then just grab the link that it's attached to and then put that link here. So it will bring up a PDF. It's actually loading it from my site, but through this page. And again, you can design any of it. You can, you know, put an image in the background if you wanted, or just a solid color. You can use your branding colors. All of that jazz is right here. And again, this one too, you can change any of the text wherever you want. And that's it. That's really it. You might want to add, if you hit that save button here, you'll always come back to this screen, which will give you these options. You can add, you know, whatever you like, testimonials maybe here. Maybe there's a countdown for how long they have a discount on a deal if they want to, you know, go from the free PDF to a tripwire or something. But there's all kinds of things. And then, so this is great. However, when this is done, you may want to send them, remember in MailChimp there was, hold on 1 second. There was an additional email. Well, that's not an option here. That's part of your automation. So right now, as you can see, your landing page. Now, if you have a domain here, you can see I have ChristinaSmith.com. I have InvitingShift.com all here. I could change this to one of those, and I could change this to, you know, free gift email signups, you know, whatever I want to put there, I could leave that there. And then the great thing about Mailerlite is it puts the SEO settings, so it's actually being SEO searched, which MailChimp forms I don't believe are. So you can add a page title, you can add keywords that make sense, a description that makes sense, that might be attractive. And this wonderful thing that you can also do is if you're going to be sharing this page to Facebook, you can have, you know, just like an article or an ad where you can have a title and then, you know, a 1 or 2 line description underneath that kind of gives you an option, and an automatic image. So whenever you place that URL, all of that information will come automatically with it. You don't have to type any of that in. Let's just say I didn't want to do that though. I'm just going to save and continue so that we can get through the process and you guys can see how easy it is. So right here is all my information. I can always go back and edit anything that I want. It's not going to change the URL unless I actually change the URL. But any of the edits I make on the design of the pages is going to just keep saving to this URL. So as I update it, those pages will be updated too. And it'll just show you all that information. So if you didn't fill out this information, you can always go back to the Facebook and the SEO. And you can also change what groups it gets subscribed to. So here you're going to see stats. So obviously we haven't really sent this out to anything, so we're not getting a stat. We also can see the domains that we can use, and right here are my 2. And then here's the confirmation email. Now this confirmation email is only if you want the double opt-in. So as you can see, if I go to landing page settings, I can turn that off. Okay, so I can get people to single opt-in. All they have to do is fill out that form. They don't need to go back and confirm. It'll automatically go in their inbox. Now, if I have a really great offer and I wanted to make sure I was only getting those people that were really, truly interested, enough interested to go to their mailbox and confirm it right away, then I want to make sure I do that on. And then as you can see, between the on and off, like I have the options for that confirmation email and thank you page. So if you do want the double opt-in, you can definitely go in here and you can edit any of this stuff and really make it look like your own email rather than some form template. And it's actually quite pretty as it is, but you know, you can change the colors, you can do whatever you want. And you'll want to do the same for the confirmation thank you page, which is going to be that page that comes up and says, thank you for checking us out in your email box and making sure that we're getting you. And, you know, you could even list your Facebook page or group here to give them something else to do. You can list that free gift that they have so they can get that right away. And that's really it for that piece. However, if you go back to this landing page, and you turn the double opt-in off, you'll then realize that they're not getting that final page to say, oh, here it is. I mean, they're getting the success page, but they're not getting an email to remind them, oh, here it is, here's your gift. So if you have the, you know, either way, you want to set up an automation. And this could just be, I'm going to create a new workflow. And you don't have to worry, in the end, you're going to have to make it live. So even if you start this now to a live group, it's not going to go until it, one, tells you that all your steps are complete, and then gives you an option to save and, you know, keep it live or whatever. So let's just call this free gift email test. And the trigger. So that first trigger that's up there, we need to tell it what to do. So usually it's when a subscriber joins a group. Okay. Then you're going to check a group. I'm going to check that first one again because that's the one that I have that subscriber sign up form going to. And then this settings thing is if you should start something new, like I am here, if I were to set it live, do I want the old people on my list to get that as well? Or do I just want new people? So that's what that, you know, reactivate it for everyone, or just, you know, leave it blank and it'll just go to new ones. And then you can save that. And as you can see, that little step in the workflow appears right there. And then all you have to do is, you know, if you want to delay before they get an email, wait a day, you can. But usually, since I have that single opt-in right now, I'll just send an email right away. And that email will be very simple. It'll just be, you know, we can go into designing the email just real quick. I don't want to go through all the pretty stuff. I just want you to understand the process part. So, you know, your free gift is here. And then I can design. And you can even use Google Analytics, as you saw down there. If you have a link that you can drop in there, it'll let you use that. You can use, you know, a basic editor, but there's also a template gallery that you can use. They have all these really awesome templates already ready for you. Or you can even go to your recent emails and you can use one of those. So let's just select one. Now it's thinking. And again, this is going to look very much like the landing page. All of the design, all of the boxes are going to look very, very similar to the landing page. You're going to manipulate them the same way. You're just going to click on a box. All of that information is going to come up. You can replace the images. You can link the images. And then there's also a button down here. So perhaps this one is like an image of your freebie gift, and then it says, you know, download your free gift here. And then here's your button to download that gift. Now again, if you don't want all this other stuff, you can delete it by row. You don't need to keep all that stuff there. And, you know, play around with it and see what's fun to you. Again, the design is all here. You can change the backgrounds. You can change whatever you need to change right there on each individual box. You just have to click on the box. If you want to design the entire page, you can hit the entire page at one time so that all the buttons automatically show up in your color. And then that's it. You know, you want to design that and say, here's your free gift, just in case they, you know, scroll off that page that your gift was originally on, the success page. But now they have it in their inbox should they want to go back and, you know, review it again. And now some people will add on, oops, let's add, there's 2 emails in a row. We don't want that. So let's put a delay. But some people will, you know, send an email every 4 or 5 days just to keep in touch, really show them, you know, what they offer, their services or products, give them really great information that they're looking for, solve a lot of their pain points, whatever it is. So I could say 6 days, I want them, save. I want them to get this other email. And we would do the same thing, you know, here I am again. And design the email. Let's go back to our template gallery. Often I send, you know, very similar looking emails because I want them to really get my brand. You know, once these are all branded specifically for you, they're going to have the same voice, they're going to have the same look and feel. So I'll often use the same template, or I'll just, you know, copy one of those recent emails as we saw. So let's just say I designed this whole email and I told them something new about myself, shared something new that will help them. Then I'm going to save that. And then let's say at the end of this free gift, I want to actually do something different. Maybe I want to add them to a main group. So maybe all of my free gifts are different groups at first so that they can get all of their right landing pages and emails back, right? But then let's say I'm offering 6 free gifts. So now I would have 6 different lists. Well, I don't want to do that, right? I want to combine them all into one list. And the reason that will help is 1, you don't have to send out 5 different emails to different lists. 2, it'll also combine everybody so that if there's somebody who signed up for 4 of your gifts, they're not getting 4 emails, they're only getting the 1 email because they're all in one group. And so Mailerlite will eliminate duplicates. So we're going to move them to a group, let's say, or you could copy them to a group, which means that they'll end up in your main group, but they'll also be living in these subgroups in case you wanted specific messaging for that free gift audience. So I usually do move to a group, and it's already in this list, so it's telling me where do you want it to move after that list. And you know, I only have the one other list right now, so I'm going to say when you come from this list, I want you to move to that list, but only after these emails are done. And that's really it. I mean, you can add more weights, you could add more emails, absolutely. But for the most part, that's it. You're just going to want to turn this on. I'm not going to turn this on right now because I have people in those lists, and these are obviously not branded emails. But that's it. You would turn that on, and then you would go back to automation, and you would see that anybody who filled out your form here would end up getting that automation. So now I just wanted to really quickly go over, there's some other options besides the landing page, which, you know, is always beautiful, always wonderful. Again, just like MailChimp, you can create a pop-up, you can create an embedded form by getting the HTML code. It's very customizable, and maybe you notice that Mailerlite seems a little prettier than MailChimp. And that's for sure. It definitely is a lot more customizable. I haven't seen a difference in my opens or clicks, you know, between the two. They're still pretty similar. So it's not like one is getting in my spam box more than the other. Really, the key difference is, again, I'll repeat them, is that MailChimp, you don't have to have a live domain website. And Mailerlite, before they approve you, wants to make sure that you're a business and you have a website. Again, it could just be a holding page that says, hey, this website's under construction. Come sign up for my list here. And that is good enough. And then MailChimp requires that double opt-in. That's their safety. And Mailerlite does not. So those are two things that are pretty important between the two. And then of course Mailerlite has these beautiful landing pages too. So you don't necessarily need Leadpages if you're just starting out. They do have fantastic fantastic features. However, you know, if you're going simple and you're just starting out and going cheap, you can really go free. It's really just your time or your money to ask somebody else to do it for you. But other than that, the tool is free. Again, MailChimp is free up to 500 users, and Mailerlite is free up to 1,000 users. And then the pricing after that, Mailerlite is quite a bit cheaper than MailChimp, but MailChimp's been around a lot longer. So I like both of them. I have accounts in both of them. It's really up to you, but hopefully this will help you at least see how to create an email sign up, a complete email sign up with the follow-up emails in Mailerlite. And if you missed the one about MailChimp, check my timeline or my YouTube or whatever, and it is there, how to do the MailChimp opt-in, which is a little bit more complex, but you know, still very simple, very easy, and free. So I hope that was helpful. I'll have a couple more videos coming up this week on best practices of mail services, things that you do and do not want to do. And other than that, I think we're good. So if you have any questions about Mailerlite, I'd love to answer them. And if I don't know them, I want to find out anyway. So feel free to put those below, and I will talk to you all soon.